If I walked over to you today and told you that you're going to be presenting in front of 1,000 people tomorrow and the spotlight is going to be on you, you're going to be the main speaker, how are you going to feel? You're probably going to feel energized and excited, or you're going to feel really, really fearful. Which one are you? Are you going to feel amazing? Are you going to feel excited? Oh my God, I'm going to be in the spotlight. I'm going to be able to channel my message and impact 1,000 people. Or are you going to be scared? Oh no, I don't want anybody to see me. I don't look right. I don't have my nails done or something like that. How are you going to feel? I really invite you to sit down and think about how you're going to feel when you are going to be in the spotlight in front of 1,000 people. In this video, I want to share with you how I became that girl, the version of that girl I wanted to be ever since I was a small little girl, and how can you be the version of that girl or that guy you want to be? How can you really step into the most confident, radiant version of yourself who doesn't have fear when it comes to really presenting their best foot forward, talking to people, and being comfortable in their own frame, in their own body? This video is going to give you practical steps that you can implement right now to upgrade your image, upgrade your confidence, and step into the magnetic presence that you're here to step into. So let's get right into it. Hello everybody, my name is Surbi and I am a qualified mindset coach and image consultant. I help my clients step into confidence from the inside and outside through rewiring their mindset and upgrading their image. I am so excited to talk in this video about how can you step into your confidence, step into your radiant image by really building that confidence, evidence at a time, rewiring your beliefs, and also polishing your image. So the very first thing which I would like to highlight here is going to be your mindset. How do you view yourself currently? For me, in my own confidence journey, I have come a long way. I used to be someone who would not be able to hold a conversation with even 2 or 3 people in a group. I would feel so doubtful about myself. I would feel so insecure. I would just feel I have nothing to add to this group. And now I'm a person who is able to give presentations to companies like LinkedIn. I have presented in front of thousands of people. I trained as a mindset coach. I have worked with so many wonderful women to upgrade their image. I have my own brand now. I also work full time. I have really changed my self-image completely from where I used to be, and it has been a whole journey. I've invested thousands in my personal development, right from my fitness to my mindset to coaching. I've done so many things, but it's all coming down to how I carry myself and my confidence. And this is beautiful because once you're confident and comfortable in your own frame, all of a sudden the impact that you can have on people is completely different. The opportunities that you get are completely different. The way you carry yourself is completely different. So I really invite you to look at how are you viewing yourself currently? What are the labels that you have currently? Do you feel you're introverted? Do you feel you're shy? Are these things holding you back to fully express yourself when you enter rooms? Are these things holding yourself back from opportunities that could really change your life? So I invite you to bring out a piece of paper right now and list down, what do I believe about myself? Do I think that I cannot present in front of people? Do I think I cannot hold a conversation with people? What are the beliefs that I have about myself? Write them all down on a sheet of paper. Once you've done that, I invite you to write on the right-hand side of that same paper all the beliefs that the most radiant, confident version of you would have. How would they feel about themselves? How would they view themselves? Every single morning when they wake up, how do they talk to themselves in the mirror? What do they feel about themselves? Do they feel they're the most beautiful person? Do they feel amazing in their body? What do they do? How do they feel about themselves? I really invite you to write down the beliefs the most confident version of you have on the right hand side of the same paper where you wrote down the beliefs you currently have about yourself. Once you've gotten your mindset out of the way, once you've really written down the beliefs that you have about yourself, the beliefs the most confident version of you have about themselves, now it's time to start building the confidence evidence bank. And this is beautiful because the more evidence that you have that you are that woman, you are the confident version of yourself, the more you can embody it in every conversation. And when we think about a confident person, we might think, oh my God, they are so nicely well spoken, very, very, energetic, very outgoing, and all those things. It's amazing. I love that. But there's also beauty in being confident in your body. That means you can turn it on whenever you want. You can be very confident, very outgoing, but you can also be reserved in conversations. You can also, go with how you feel. And that is real confidence. So now I really invite you to start focusing on where you want to build the confidence in. Is it the speaking? Is it really carrying yourself with confidence when you go to events? Is it public speaking on stages? Pick one area. Where is it that you want to build that confidence energy? Maybe it is content creation, public speaking, all those arenas that are beautiful. Write them down because this is where you're going to start to create that bank of evidence for yourself where you can show yourself that you can do these things. Because sometimes we are only eliminating in our own mind that we can do something. But you can do anything that you want once you start. So I really invite you now, once you've written down where you want to build the confidence, I am going to invite you to write down that one action that you're going to take to build this confidence. Is it going to be going to a public speaking event? I went to Toastmasters for years to really improve the way I speak, to really catch myself when I'm using a lot of stop words. Obviously, I'm not perfect, but I have done so much improvement to where I was to where I want to be. And also in terms of how can I deliver my message well when I present in stages. Now I don't even need so much preparation. I can just show up and be natural. So I really invite you to take out that piece of paper and start writing down where in life you want to build that confidence and what is that one action that you can take right now, today or tomorrow, to start on that confidence journey in that area. Step 3 is power dressing. I love dressing up. I've really fallen in love with dressing my body because it just channels a different level of confidence when I go outside the door. And I always make sure that I dress for the occasion that I am going for. Rather than just dressing randomly, I really pick my outfits with intention, and it has changed the way I show up completely. In fact, when I'm outside, I get a lot of attention, obviously, but also people respond to me very differently. I carry myself with a different energy when I put effort every single day in the way I present myself to the world. And I really invite you now to look at yourself, look at your image right now and really think about what are the enhancements that I can do when it comes to power dressing. And power dressing can really be done with any outfit. It could be a blazer that makes you feel powerful. It could be a dress that really brings out the best figure of yourself. It really makes you feel so amazing. So I really invite you now to look at your wardrobe, open it and see what are the outfits, what are the colors that make me feel fabulous. And I invite you to start wearing them because as women especially, we are always holding ourselves back. We never want to wear that beautiful dress. We never want to wear that color because we're constantly thinking about what other people are going to think of us. And in these moments, when you're not listening to yourself and you're constantly thinking about what other people would think of you, you are actually robbing yourself and the world of the version of you that's going to create impact, that's going to be confident, that's going to be beautiful. So you're actually robbing the world of that version because you're not letting yourself show up the way you want to show up. So I really want you today to pick the outfit that's going to make you feel amazing and really help you step into that beautiful, powerful, magnetic energy, because it's so important. Maybe you are the version of you who is holding yourself back from fully expressing yourself. Maybe it's not other people, it's you. So start wearing those outfits, start wearing those colors that make you feel amazing, because it's going to have that ripple effect on your confidence. Some tips on power dressing, if you're really feeling a little bit lost, is to pick the outfits that's going to flatter your figure, obviously. But there are a few things in power dressing. For example, shoulder pads. Shoulder pads automatically make you feel confident because they have that edge. They have that, bulk here. Shoulders are a very important part when it comes to confidence. That's why I'm going to be talking about posture at the later part of the video. But shoulders, when your shoulders are emphasized, it's going to make you feel very powerful. So that is one tip for you when it comes to power dressing. But then again, bold colors like red, bold blue, red, blue, orange. These are colors that can instantly make you feel very powerful. So I really invite you to now look at your wardrobe and see what are the outfits that I associate with power dressing. How am I going to feel when I wear these? And can you start incorporating them right now in your life? Wherever you're going, that you're going to your job, to the grocery store, can you start incorporating those outfits that make you feel that you're power dressing every single day? If you need help with elevating your image, and when it comes to power dressing or rewiring your mindset with one-on-one work, I offer one-on-one private mindset coaching and also private image consulting and personal styling services. You can see all my services linked in the description. And I also have a free ebook called 7 Days of Style, where you can start to dress your best every single day without fail through my 7-day style plan. So you can grab those also from the link in the description, and feel free to book a call with me if you want private support. Chapter 4 is going to be about working out and posture. So I used to be a girl who would never go to the gym up until 2 years ago. I was so scared of the gym. I would constantly keep thinking about what are other people thinking about me in the gym. I don't know how to use these equipments. I'm going to be so lost in the gym. And all those thoughts were really preventing me from achieving my dream body. I even lost my period during that year. And I really needed to get back the period, but I was just so hesitant to go to the gym. So I decided 2 years ago to go on a fitness journey. I hired a fitness coach, I hired a nutritionist, and I really got down to how can I get my period back and how can I start going to the gym to get toned, to get fit. And that investment which I made in myself changed my entire life. I got my period back, and now the way I carry myself on the street and the way I talk to people, the way my shoulders are always straight, it's only because I go to the gym, and it's only because I lift weights. It's changed my life, literally. And I cannot emphasize on this enough how important it is as a woman, especially for you to lift some weights and to really start working and moving your body, because it's going to not only change your confidence, but it's going to also make you healthy. And when you wear outfits, you're going to naturally feel confident. You're not going to feel insecure because you're taking care of your frame. You're taking care of your body. And actually, it may seem that this video is all about you, but this video is not about you. It's about the impact that you can make on people. Because when you're confident, the impact that you can make on people is completely different to when you are not confident. So this video is not for you. It's for everybody that you interact with. It's for your workplace. It's the impact that you can create when you become confident. So working out is extremely important. And one tip that I have for you when it comes to posture, if you haven't started your working out journey, posture Just imagine a little thread going from the top of your head to the bottom of your body, and it's pulling it upwards. So whenever you're walking on the street, whenever you are carrying yourself, you have that thread going from the top of your head. So you can always pull it up when you feel that you are scrunching, when you feel that you are not straight, you can just pull that thread up. But when it comes to fitness, I highly invite you to start looking into fitness coaching, start looking into how can you start hitting the gym more often, because it's going to change your entire life. It's going to change your confidence. It's going to change the way you carry yourself. So the upper part of the body is extremely important, because that's what you demonstrate to people in Zoom calls, in meetings. That's what people notice first when you are in face-to-face interactions. So when this part is built, when this part is confident, it's straight, you're going to really portray a different version of yourself rather than when you're not feeling confident in this area. So that's my tip for you when it comes to working out. Start looking into fitness coaching, start looking into hitting the gym, and imagine a little thread going from the top of your head, which you can pull back up whenever you feel that you're not straight. Chapter 5 of Becoming That Girl is to start seeing yourself as though you're on the runway. When you're walking on the street outside, maybe you're going to work, maybe you're coming back from work, start seeing yourself as though you're on the runway. And oh my goodness, this tip has transformed my life, because whenever I'm outside, I feel like I'm on the runway. I have this music playlist that I listen to, and I feel like I just feel so fabulous. I feel like a model on the runway. It's amazing. And this is a life-changing tip to start walking as though you're on the runway when you're on the street, and see how confident you're going to be. See how your confidence will transform when you do this. So I highly invite you to start looking at how you're walking on the street, because you already have the posture done now. Start noticing how you walk on the street. Get yourself a runway playlist, maybe on YouTube or Spotify. Start listening to the playlist and start acting as if you're on the runway when you walk outside on the street. We've discussed so many wonderful, beautiful things, but what ends up happening with our human mind, with our human consciousness, is that the old identity would come back. It would stop us from doing the task. It would stop us from going to that event. And this brings me to chapter 6, which is about how would you do it if you were already confident. This is called the how would you exercise, and this exercise helps you rewire your mind every time the old identity comes in. The old identity are the old belief systems, and you remember from the belief system exercise that we did, the old identity is the left side of the page and the new identity is the right side of the page. So whenever you're doing a task, whenever you're doing something that you're not comfortable with, and your old identity is coming back in, I really invite you to start thinking about how would you do it if it was the new identity, the confident version of you. How would they do that task? How would they approach this meeting? How would they talk to this person? How would they present themselves instead of letting the old identity back in? Because this is a practice game. This is a game where you're going to constantly have to keep catching yourself until it becomes natural for you. I had to do that. I've been on this journey for several years. I think it's already 8 years, and it's been a beautiful journey. But of course, I've built it with practice, so it takes practice. Don't lose hope and keep stepping into confidence. So yesterday I went to a conference and they played a video of me from last year. And I was wearing the same outfit last year of what I was wearing yesterday, and it really reminded me of the importance of paying attention to details. And this brings me to the last chapter of our video of Becoming That Girl, is to start paying attention to details. What makes me refer this story is that I look completely different now from last year. And it was not because of drastic changes that I gained a lot of weight or I lost a lot of weight, but it was more about how I carry my overall presentation. I tweaked a few things about my hair, my makeup slightly that made a lasting difference. And that's why Paying attention to details can also transform your presence and the way you carry yourself. So, what are the small little tweaks that you can make when it comes to details in the way you carry yourself, in the way you present yourself, especially after you've done the power dressing, you've done the workout? What are the small details that you can tweak? Maybe it's your hair, maybe it's the nails. What are the small little details that you can refine about yourself to even, polish yourself further? Because for me, I love polishing myself, and I know that next year I'm going to look even better. I'm going to feel even younger. I'm going to feel even more amazing, even more confident, because I'm in this constant evolution journey. I'm in this constant journey of refining myself to even unpack a next level version of myself, and this is so beautiful. So instead of looking at this exercise as something that you're doing just for the looks, I really invite you to look at it as an inner work practice to unlock the next level version of yourself. What are the few details that you can improve about yourself to even feel better, even feel more radiant? And this is going to be your homework. So we've covered a lot of things in this video, a lot of juicy, delicious topics. I really invite you to look at that one topic that you really felt you want to change right now. I hope that you were following along in the video and you were doing the things that I was asking of you. But really look back in the video and start to implement this week. Because when you do that, you're going to almost start to change your life every single day. Day by day, you're going to start noticing the difference. I really invite you now to take away those pieces from the video. Maybe it was working out, maybe it was power dressing, and start incorporating it in your day. Wear that outfit, step out in confidence, walk like you're on the runway, and hold that conversation. Go and introduce yourself to a person in the party and start to incorporate the new mindset that you've developed from this video. If you enjoyed this video, I would love to hear from you. Message me on Instagram at the Charisma Coach or leave a comment on this video, because I would love to know what you get out of my videos. It's really useful for me to notice the feedback from the videos. Subscribe to the channel if you would like more content like this, but also I would love to see you again next week.